Hi, darling.
Hello.
Brr.
Cold, isn't it?
It's really cold all of a sudden. I've got a hot spot.
Oh,
Thanks for letting me have it. That's really generous of you because you're a hot blanket girl. You've taught me the power of a blanket.
Nothing beats a blanket.
Nothing beats a blanket.
I'm on my way to wearing a hat inside now every day.
Oh, we're back to hat time. You're going to have your dressing gown and your hat on at all times. I like it when you wear a hat inside. It's charming.
Thank you. It's just it hasn't given us any in between, has it? Between boiling
Literally
and
nothing.
freezing.
Suddenly freezing in here.
And that's a very British introduction to this podcast.
Welcome.
How are you feeling apart from cold?
Not my best.
Not your best today.
Not my best today, but that's okay.
Emotional.
A bit emotional.
A bit autumnal.
Yeah. I've been banging on about it, how much I'm excited for autumn and winter, and I still stand by it.
It has been great, actually.
It's been fantastic. There's been so much rain. I've loved it.
We've been crafting.
Oh my God, non-stop crafting. I exhausted myself. I'm going to have to come up with a word for like craft exhaustion. Because I went into hyper-focus mode and did 2 crafts yesterday for ages, for hours, sewing. And you could hear it from upstairs. I was just focused, and then I did it way too quickly, and it looks quite scrappy, but I just got very excited.
Oh, no, it's great. Did you forget to go to the loo and look after yourself and stuff?
Yeah, I forgot to have a drink or anything.
That's the problem, because I think it is good for you overall. Like, it's...
Then I felt quite sick, didn't I?
I don't know if that was connected, though.
I thought it might have been a crash or something.
I don't know what that was. But while we were crafting,
Yeah.
we watched what we're going to talk about today.
I actually can't believe we watched 3 hours of that. That means we were crafting for at least 3 hours, and that I hadn't even started on the sewing machine crafting yet.
Oh my God, that's true. We were just doing the painting, cutting and painting.
I'm being elusive about the sewing machine crafting because someone who listens might be getting a gift. But anyway.
You're going to get a lot of disappointed listeners now.
I know, sorry guys. Unless you're my mother,
Oh.
you're going to be disappointed.
Does she know you're making her something?
She forced me.
Oh,
She
okay,
forced
good.
my hand.
Okay, so we're not giving away a big secret.
She might have forgotten about it. Yeah, we've been doing a lot of cutting and painting for wedding decorations, and I'm very excited about those.
So we watched 3 hours of
Of this really depressing show.
this show, but it was very gripping.
It was.
It is a documentary called Devil in the Family, The Fall of Ruby Franke. I
I'd
think.
never heard of Ruby Franke. I think a lot of people probably have because she's an internet person. I'd only heard of her. The reason I came across this documentary, I don't know if it was the same reason that you did or if you knew this, but
I did because you told me.
Aubrey Gordon mentioned it in the latest episode of A Bit Fruity where they're talking about Dr. Phil being a Nazi.
What did she say about it?
I can't remember specifically, but I think there was a mention of like those teen camps where they send teenagers to the camps
Like
that were
nature camps that are meant to fix them.
wilderness,
Yeah.
for troubled teens or whatever. Because one of Ruby Franke's kids went there when they thought he was being troublesome when he just didn't want to film vlogs.
God, like super extremist fundamentalist Christians just don't seem to understand adolescence as a biological stage at all. Like,
Yeah.
the whole bloody point of your brain when you're a teenager is that you're testing boundaries.
Yeah.
You're like
Apathetic about things.
Reaction to fear isn't like developed enough. Like, you can't just force someone to not be a teenager. They're gonna do things that annoy you no matter what.
Yeah. And when you have a kid, that's what you sign up to. Don't have kids if you don't want to have the toddler stage and the teenage stage. This is why I'm not sure I want them.
Fair enough, babe. They're scary stages.
They are. And they're all a part of it.
I was just thinking about if I was scared of... For some reason, I'm not that scared of the teenage bit, but...
Get prepared.
Because
You don't know what you're going to get. But you could end up with a you or me. Would you be worried if you had a you?
No, I don't think I worried my parents, but then, like...
But knowing
there were things that I did that
that's what I'm
were
saying.
dangerous.
Knowing what you know you did. Whereas knowing what I know I did, fine. Went to a couple of parties mainly just sat in my room and watched movies. Nothing to worry about.
Yeah, I think with the combination of us,
we're going to make an absolute super terrifying one.
yeah, and of course
I was joking. But...
we're not biologically combined.
Oh, I forgot again. No. But then is it nature or nurture?
Exactly. Anyway,
who the hell is this woman?
So Ruby Franke was in her past life. No, she's still alive, but she became
Spoiler alert,
famous.
she's no longer doing this.
She became well known on YouTube for being the kind of influencer that I would just not know about unless it was because of a documentary like this. Because I was like, why do people want to watch this? It looks so boring.
A very naughties way of vlogging.
Yeah.
Where people are like, show us your kids doing that again. That's so cute. Whereas like now, I don't think people would do that. That's really weird.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know. I think people do, but
yeah, they probably
under
do.
a slightly different guise.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was basically like family vlogging, but then with a Christian Mormon like tilt to it.
And
because she's from Utah, from a big Mormon community.
The more documentaries we watch, the more I'm understanding how big Mormonism is.
Yeah, I was really ignorant about Mormonism before. I mean, I still am.
Before documentaries.
Before like the past year. And I think probably quite a lot of people have been surprised by the Secret Lives of Mormon Wives thing, which is one side of it, showing that like even though people have this idea of Mormons as like with having kind of long plaits and wearing homemade dresses, and
we're kind of interchanging them with Amish because we don't understand.
Yes, exactly. I am imagining Amish people basically, and like quite an isolated community, but like it's a really wealthy and massively, I mean, for some people they're going to be like, yeah, duh. For Americans they'll be like, yeah, duh. But a massively widespread part of American society.
We didn't know that. And then also it is also interlinked with the conservative culture that's in power now, which I didn't realise that Mormonism was so reflective of like how Americans see themselves or something.
Yeah.
Like a really deep form of Christianity or something that aligns with republicanism, I guess.
Well, because there's a lot of like white nationalism. Yeah. Kind of, we're the chosen ones that are going to be saved in the second coming. Like that is basically like Trumpism, isn't it?
I don't know. I didn't really realise.
In like another form, like being
sorry, the only thing I'm saying I didn't realise too is maybe the second coming stuff. I know it's like very white nationalist but
not literally that Trump goes around preaching about the second coming, but if you take away the God stuff, it's basically the same. Like Trump being like, America's the greatest, we're gonna beat everybody else, it's just we're like, the chosen country is like the same idea as like we're the chosen ones and God loves us more than everybody else sort of ideology. Yeah. And like not thinking about privilege and why, like the fact that you're just born into
where you happen to be.
Yeah.
So
that's the context of
getting into the details. Later down the track, once they've been doing YouTube for a while, things go wrong. Ruby Franke gets called out for having taken away her son's bedroom for 7 months. He had to sleep in the basement on a beanbag, and she was like smiling and laughing about it on YouTube, and everyone started commenting like, what the fuck? That's really weird.
Yeah, because he's becoming a teenage boy and she just like can't deal with him not being a child of God, and also like he's literally just like saying, I'm not sure I want to just spend all my time vlogging. Yeah, there's really heartbreaking and depressing bits because they had access to all of her like
uncut footage,
unedited videos, so there's just seeing the cut between her like vlog face and then her being like, today we're going to talk about blah blah blah, and then she's suddenly like, why am I hearing noise, and like screaming at the children. Yeah, and the bits where she's like, I need something more from you, just pretend you're happy, and the kids are like,
hectic,
I don't want to.
And the dad as well.
Yeah, so depressing.
Yeah.
But yeah, so there's already a kind of shadow over her, and they're making loads of money from these videos. So it's just wanting them to do more and more, and to get their kids involved in more and more. And they see that like they make more money if there's pictures of their smaller kids in the thumbnails and stuff.
And if there's pictures of Chad, the one who was going off the rails, that's why she wanted him to be more involved, because they got more money when he was involved, which is... And then I think I remember them saying something about like the people who watched it most were people like Chad's age. So it was probably like a lot of girls being like, oh my God, Chad, which is weird.
Yeah.
But anyway.
And then it all kind of falls apart, because I guess that's the other... I think like even if she wasn't doing... I don't know, that's the other side of kind of like influencing, like if you sort of reach a certain point of fame and then it eventually starts to like eat itself like a black hole, doesn't it? Like she just reached a point where
you start repeating the same stuff and
people started to turn on her.
Yeah, always.
And then it was like all exploded suddenly. So then she turns to working with Jodie something.
I can't remember her surname, but Jodie is a psychotherapist. And this is where the documentary starts to get slightly questionable. I mean, I think there's going to be a lot of spoilers ahead now. So if you haven't already watched it, or you don't know the story and you want to go and watch it, maybe you should go and watch it, because I want to talk about it openly. You happy with that? Basically, I don't want to be like sympathetic to these women, but I felt like I'm definitely not, because they're now convicted child abusers. They're in prison for their life for child abuse. But it was really weird how the documentary kind of justified a low level of Mormonism as being kind of okay and probably the right thing, whereas when Jodie came into the picture, there was like elements of like feminism, I'm going to do in quotation marks, that made them sound like morally questionable people. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So for example, there was like men's groups that Jodie ran that Ruby's husband was going to, and loads of people were saying, we just realized it was like a man-hating workshop. And like I was like, this is an interesting note.
Our ears pricked up like, and where is the flaw in this?
Yes, so explain what is the problem.
Don't worry, we definitely got to a lot of problems with Jodie later on. It was just weird that there was all these like talking heads being like, it felt really strange, really uncomfortable, really man-hatey.
Yeah, and I'm like, well, okay. And also another element of it, this also becomes very problematic, obviously, but like she seems to be calling out a lot of like negatives in people's husbands, which I'm not surprised about, because they're all in Mormon relationships where the man works, the woman probably does everything.
Yeah, this is the interesting thing. Like all the wives were really, really drawn to Jodie, and all of the husbands were kind of going along with it. And it's like, well, if you're inside this extremely patriarchal system, where your role is preordained in society and the family, then it's not surprising that they might be drawn to someone who's challenging those rules. Although we never saw her challenging them, we saw her pretty much upholding them, but she was doing a lot of talking about lust, men's lust
and selfishness. Which, okay, these suspicions then come up again later, because we both kind of said to each other, are Jodie and Ruby, are they having a ding dong?
Yeah, because you saw these clips where Jodie and Ruby start to work together, because Ruby's got the following, the influence, and then Jodie's got the business plan, like she's selling all of these workshops and stuff to people, and she's got loads of money. And there's these videos of them kind of, I don't know, talking about it on YouTube or whatever, and Jodie's kind of like, Ruby's getting all emotional, and Jodie's like got her hand on her leg, and is very sort of, it's just a bit of a funny dynamic. We're like, is there something going on here?
Also, Jodie looks butch.
Yeah, she looks like you would totally understand if she was lesbian.
Weird stuff ensues. Then Jodie is being possessed by a demon.
Yeah,
of course. So something that's interesting about that is a quick jump to it. She then moves in with Ruby and her husband. Then Ruby's husband very quickly is no longer sleeping in the bedroom, and Ruby is saying that she's up in the bedroom with Jodie because
Doing
Jodie
a lot
needs
of
support because there's a lot
her
of
through
exorcisms.
There's these really uncomfortable videos where she's
They're
apparently
so funny.
possessed, but she's being
going,
like,
she's mine,
Yeah.
she's mine, which I'm like, okay, sounds lesbian.
Jinn within you.
it's like, it's not like spooky The Exorcist voice.
No. But it just made me think of The Exorcist. And like there's an uncomfortable like sexual element of the devil getting in.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
Well, it's a very common thing with possessions and like exorcisms. It's like over like hypersexual, and like, you know, conservative Christians would say, oh, that's because gayness is from Satan. But like from my perspective, it's like, okay, if you are in a society where it says it's sinful to be gay and you are gay, then you're going to probably go a bit mad and think that you've like the way of harming yourself and other gay people is to say that you've been possessed by the devil because you're trying not to be gay.
yeah.
And do you know what I mean? It could be both. The oppression of your own sexuality could lead to such psychological illness that you end up thinking or pretending to be possessed.
Yeah. There was just something icky about Ruby's lovely daughter who has managed to escape and get out of this. Her saying that she went into the room, which was used to be her room and then now has been taken over by these two freaks, and she said that she saw massage oils and candles, and she was under the impression that they were engaging in a sexual relationship. And I think the way that it was brought up and the way it was implied kind of to me implied that that was almost as bad as some of the other things that they did.
Yeah, it was.
It's like, well, lesbianism, man hating, then lesbianism is a route to badness.
Yeah,
It's
she
like-
led Ruby down this sinful route, which started with lesbianism and ended with horrific child abuse.
When it's like, actually, probably if they did lean into their lesbianism, then they were probably punishing these children as a way of punishing themselves or something. I don't know. But the way that they added those things in was questionable to us as viewers.
Or they might just be like completely unrelated factors.
Yeah.
That Jodie was gay and also an absolute psycho.
Yeah.
Like, but yeah, it was, I don't think it was like, it was a little bit ambiguous, but it did feel like, oh, there's still this kind of good form of Christianity, and then there's this bad form that is linked to these transgressive lesbians. Yeah, I think that should have been more clearly untangled. Like, if Jodie was obsessed with Ruby, then that might have led her to try and encourage Ruby to abuse her kids, and that's because she was a psycho, not because she was a lesbian.
Yeah.
Because the same thing would have happened if she was straight and was obsessed with Ruby. If
Yeah.
she was a straight man who was obsessed with Ruby. Do you know what I mean?
It's just
But anyway, they end up
kicking out the husband.
doing the most horrific, awful things to Ruby's kids we don't know if it was at the instruction of Jodie, but Jodie comes into the house and that's when it starts to happen. Although they were beating the kids before Jodie was ever in the house.
Yeah.
They said like that the brothers...
Yeah, it wasn't just like a jump from one to another. It was obviously a slow escalation.
Yeah, they used to make Chad's nose bleed and stuff.
Yeah.
It was so heartbreaking, the video of the little boy going to
going
his
to the
neighbour.
neighbour. Oh my God, that just broke my heart. That neighbour was such a good guy. He's like, sit down, son.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
They would have definitely killed them.
Yeah.
I think Ruby... I don't know. I mean, I think Ruby believed that they were possessed, but I don't think that excuses it at all.
I don't know if she did.
I think...
What were they possessed with?
She did
believe
that.
But like, why? What did they even do?
Because the diaries that they found were talking as if that was a fact.
And it's just like,
But-
if this many people can get possessed in your house.
Yeah, they're fucking children.
Yeah,
I can't even imagine like, it's painful enough seeing a child just fall over, let alone if you're the one actually causing them the harm and it's your own kid.
It doesn't make sense to me that they would then move to the house, to Jodie's house that's really far away, when that's where the devil stuff started. I'm like, surely you'd want to keep your kids away from that, and surely you'd want to keep your kids away from Jodie because she's possessed. She's probably brought, if like, I'm just using their logic.
But Jodie said she was possessed and then obviously said, oh, the thing possessing me is in these children. So gross.
What I can't get over is Ruby's husband, who's still justifying it and saying it's all fine. Ex-husband now, apparently. That is weird.
I didn't trust him.
No.
I thought it was really weird that he was involved in the documentary at all.
If he was still saying good things about her.
Yeah.
Which he was.
Well, just at all. I just think you're participating in creating a spectacle out of something really awful that happened to your family, even though I'm watching that spectacle. But, you know, it's weird that he did it, I think. It's not weird that the daughter did it because she's like an anti-family vlogging activist now, which
amazing.
Is great.
What a cool thing. And Chad seemed a bit stuck.
But him, I just didn't believe him. And like, what do you mean you just said okay when your wife said I'm throwing you out of the house and moving in this mad woman who's possessed by Satan? I was just going to be like, okay, and then not check in.
For a year.
What the hell?
And he was like, just because I was so in love with her.
Weird. I was so happy to see them get caught.
Yeah. Quite terrifying how Ruby Franke was just like...
Yeah, that's what I mean. She looked absolutely... like
slow
fucked.
Blinking. Yeah.
They both just...
And then they both pled guilty.
Yeah.
Apparently I read on Wikipedia, but I read this before before we watched it. So I skimmed it, but apparently like they still justify what they did as being part of their religion.
God. Thank God that little boy managed to get out. We don't know how he did it, do we?
I want to ask you 2 favors. Number 1, can you call the police? Take me to the nearest police station. Actually, just one's fine.
Oh my God. It was really, really...
I can't believe he knew that it was fucked as well. Like,
I know.
Because he's been brainwashed his whole life. It's pretty amazing that
exactly.
he realised it was bad.
Think, because the Chad, the teenager, was, even though he was wanting to like act out, he was so brainwashed by it, and he believed that he was the problem in the family and that he needed to be sorting himself out all the time. So it was amazing that the child just knew that he needed to do something to survive. And it was so horrific when they went and found the daughter and she just didn't respond and she was just sitting on the floor. Oh my God.
They must be absolutely fucked.
They just tortured those kids. It's crazy.
For just being kids. It's so sad.
Really horrible and really just like off-putting about influencing. And
we've mentioned them before, but there's like Ballerina Farm and then Nara Smith, who were all Mormons as well. It was just like so weird. You guys are weird. You guys are weird freaks. You need to not do that. I mean it.
Yeah. Freaky deaky.
Freaky deaky.
Really freaky deaky.
We've also been watching a bit of Destination X. I've gotten a bit more into it.
Everyone's already watched it. They've already seen the finale probably, but
oh yeah, sorry, guys.
We've got back into it, hooked back in now.
Yeah.
We've been smashing it.
Guys, it's really easy. You literally just have to get one clue and then it tells you the answer every single time. They're all like, that guy that's paying attention to the sun. Shut up, you moron. It's literally just
What's
like
the point?
The pop music thing. Like, that was the easiest thing I've ever seen. That's like a TikTok trend.
Is it?
Yeah, that song.
That
says London, Paris, New York, Munich.
There you go.
Everybody talk about pop music. I'm like, oh, that's the answer. When he said croissants, they were in France. Like, it's so simple. I don't know.
We also watched Casablanca the other night.
Yeah.
Oh, it was great.
Really good, wasn't it?
I loved it. We're going to be watching some classics this year, I think.
A couple of more 1940s films. Anyone got any faves?
Why is black and white just so beautiful?
Some of them are great.
You said it draws more attention to the light, which I hadn't thought about.
I think they have to use lighting really cleverly because that's like the only tool at their disposal or something. Like, you have to make everything stand out and make certain blacks and whites and greys be in a different, like, stand out more. So it has to be really clever.
Also, I was obsessed with this. So anyone who any nerds who have more to add, please tell me. Casablanca is basically I just felt like I was watching Star Wars. It was crazy.
Star Wars copied Casablanca is what you're saying.
Yeah. Like, and Rick is Han Solo. They're identical character. The settings, you see so many of those like smoky bars, people wearing those Moroccan hats, but they're aliens, and like the kind of speakeasy. Like, I guess it's
I'm saying
makes sense because there's like
Star
a big
Wars.
bad basically Nazi empire that you're going against, but it just the actual shots and the way it was filmed, I was just blown away by how similar they were.
That's all. Fess up. What's his name?
George Lucas.
Fess up, George Lucas.
I actually looked it up and it said he was very influenced by a Robin Hood film that the director of Casablanca directed.
Very interesting. Maybe we should watch that too.
Yeah, but I can't believe I didn't actually find him directly talking about Casablanca because
when it's exactly the same. And also, like, Casablanca's hell popular.
Yeah.
People love that. We loved it. It was really good. Would recommend watching. So next on our list,
hot take, Casablanca, quite good.
Casablanca, really good. What we're going to watch next is The Third Man. Mm-hmm. Then I think we should watch Rebecca.
I've seen it, but yeah.
Watch it again. I've seen it as well.
What?
Have you watched Citizen Kane?
Yeah, can't be asked. Done it at uni.
Yeah, I feel like I need to watch it again because everyone's like, it's the best. And I'm like, is it?
Can't be asked. Rosebud, something.
That's like the whole thing.
Well, no one, yeah, but what does that mean?
Don't know.
Exactly.
Spoiled the whole movie if we haven't seen it. Came out in 1940 something, guys. Grow up. The Third Man is the next one.
Yeah, that'll be the next one. So watch along if you want to hear our 80 years late review.
And if you haven't seen Brief Encounter, that's what you need to watch. Because that's the best one.
That's your favy.
Yeah. Fish pie?
Yeah, it's a fish pie kind of day today. Rainy fish pie day.
Yeah.
Let's go and have some fish pie and
very excited.
Count down the days until maths. It's coming soon.
I'm scared.
It's coming soon.
Let us know what you've been watching. Let us know if there's anything we should be watching. We've started watching Bake Off as well.
Oh, yeah.
There's lots of cozy little things happening. So get on it, boys. And we will have a Patreon episode out later this week. You can find that at patreon.com/watchingtellypod.
Lovely.
And find us anywhere at Watching Telly Pod.
Watching Telly Pod. We've actually got the right handles to say now.
Yeah, we do. Phew. We worked it out.
Love you.
Love you. Bye. Bye.